Good afternoon and welcome to what we've just finished our monthly council meeting, and this afternoon, instead of the Mayor Ian Chaffey and myself, we actually have Councillor Ham who's going we're just going to do a quick rundown of some of the high points of the meeting here today.
Thanks, Trina. Lovely to be here. Thanks for asking me.
Yeah, welcome. So I suppose one of the things that's really important, because literacy and libraries are so important across our entire shire, and I know that you are our representative for our libraries, and I think that, you know, the decision that we made today for the strategic plan for our libraries is really important.
Thanks, Trina. And people might be aware that the Riverina Regional Libraries system's in a bit of a state of flux. Wagga has just pulled out. Leeton has just come in, and Coolaman's going to be running the show. So it's a really good time to look at our strategic plan, and the staff have done a wonderful job getting this plan together, but it's out for public exhibition, and I really encourage Chamber of Commerce, people who go to the libraries, people with children, people who use the library, to have a really close look at this, because this plan will give us direction for till 2026.
And I think that the important thing that we're saying here is that the plan is actually out for public exhibition. It's not our plan, and it's not the library's plan. This is the plan that's going to make a difference for our community. So the only way that we can get your feedback is if you make that contribution. So please go onto Council's website and have a look. And having said that, today what we did is that we also have out on public exhibition following our meeting is that we have 3 significant documents from our financial that revolve around our finances and the different policies. So again, it is so important.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I suppose having mentioned that, everybody's probably read the front page of the local papers, seeing one set of figures, but it doesn't actually tell the whole story.
And I'm on the Audit and Risk Committee, and I must say my eyes just watered when I saw that we were at a $20 million loss. And then it was explained, not that it's great, but $16 million of that was a re-evaluation of our waterworks throughout the whole council area. So just like properties have gone up, so have that sort of infrastructure. And in local government finances, you have to put that through the books. So that $16 million made up that $20 million, which is now on our books. However, the loss, which is still not great, is over $4 million, and we're, as the council and as the Audit and Risk Committee, are very aware that financially we're still pretty shaky, and I know it's tough that we've got a special rate variation halfway through, and we'll go to the total. And we need tough decisions so that we're not running at a loss every year.
We do need tough decisions, but I think what's really important to note, even with that $16 million, is the fact that it's because of the re-evaluation of our water and wastewater infrastructures and the way in which they're run. So that was imposed on us from above. That wasn't something that we just chose to do off the top of the head. So it's really difficult. Local government is bound by so many other levels of government, both state and federal, tell us what we can and can't do, and it's really difficult, but we seriously understand how hard the community is finding it at the moment, because we feel the pain too.
Absolutely.
Christmas closure, oh my Lord, Christmas already. You know, council will be closed from midday on I think it's Friday the 23rd of December through to January the 9th inclusive. And so during that period of time there will be obviously emergency numbers that are available should people need them, but in general the operation slows right down and goes to a skeleton to actually operate. So that information is available on the website as always. Just try and avail yourself of the information that you can go onto Council's website and actually find that out.
And it'll be here before we know it.
Oh, I know. Santa's already busy with the elves, and Mrs. Claus is already fixing your suit, and yeah, it's a bit scary like that, isn't it? Christmas comes every year. Heritage grants.
Well, it's nice to be able to be giving money away to make our towns look better, and these heritage grants are granted from outside, like it's not the council money. This is heritage grants, which is given to the council that for us to allocate. And we've been able to give some to Tumbarumba, Adelong and Tumut, adding up to $13,000.
I know, and you know, our heritage and our acknowledgement, you know, even when we do an acknowledgement of an acknowledgement of country, it's always nice for us to recognise the importance of our heritage going right back, and we are part of the longest continuous culture in the world. And the heritage grants enable people to maintain properties and to actually keep that heritage as part of their buildings.
And keep Snorri Valleys looking schmick.
It's very schmick. Floodplain Risk Management Committee.
Yeah.
Lucky me. Just because we have so many hours in the day.
It's a bit topical, really.
I know, and look, thank you to Councillor Livermore, who has accepted the other positions. So Councillor Livermore and myself are the two council representatives that will be going on to, or being the representatives on the Floodplain Risk Management Committee. And I believe that Tumut is going to be the first one that's being looked at. So watch this space.
And for people living on the floodplains, we do take it very seriously, and we do work with Snorri Hydro and New South Wales Water to try and get the best outcome for farmers, and why locally we're impacted to some degree further down the river. It's big impacts, so this is a really important role.
You know, flooding in our region is very, very different to what we're probably seeing in a lot of other areas now. Ours is that immediate flood. Ours is, as it happens, we get it first, and then everybody gets 2 or 3 weeks to hold their breath and wait to see what's happening, which is what we're watching at the moment. Yep. What we need to do is, whether it's floods or whether it's fires, we need to stop spending all our money after the event has happened. So the flood risk management plan is about mitigating those issues going forward. And I suppose, apart from all the other things we discussed today, the one that's probably closest to your heart, and you can't,
what would that be?
And even being declaring the interest in leaving the room, you had no idea what discussion or what the outcome was going to be. But I will let you share your moment of glory for the Tumbarumba preschool site.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And I wasn't in the room, but I presume that there was a lease granted to the Tumbarumba preschool.
There was.
It's Tumbarumba Start Strong preschool. Thank you very much, because without this lease, we can't get our $1.9 million funding. And I'm so excited because the architect plans have been done. They've been submitted for DA, and we are working hard to get that preschool up and going at the term 1 2024.
Wow. You know, people say about council and its core business, sometimes the core business extends well beyond roads, rates, rubbish, potholes and all of that. It is very much about community. We are not a major city or metropolitan council. We need to support our smaller communities. We need to support the initiatives such as the Start Stronger preschools. And so, you know, this is something that we can do that is going to enable a community to do something for itself as well. So it really was a bit of a no-brainer.
Oh, well, I know you're going to make many families and in time children very happy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to say, Julia?
No, but I do appreciate having this chance, and we did miss the Mayor and Councillor Hayes, but you did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you. And just before we go, I think a collective big thank you to Hamish McNulty, who's been the interim GM here since the 4th of July. Hamish, and I did actually say it in the meeting in Chap's own words, has been a breath of fresh air. And I think that what he has brought to the role, and the way that he's included the staff along with the other staff that are in interim positions at the moment, is it's given us as councillors that opportunity to be able to see a broader picture, maybe look at things that we want to do a little bit differently. But Hamish has been absolutely fantastic, and we genuinely thank him for his contribution, and the wider Snowy Valleys community owes Hamish a great thank you, because he's walked in, stepped in and done a fabulous job.
He sure has, and we've really enjoyed his humour, and and there's been some really, really tough times, and just that a little bit of humour to get us through. Thank you very much, Hamish.
Yeah, thanks, Hamish, and good luck for your future.